Definitely smells like a seaside town. Are you excited?
No, yeah, we sure.
How excited are you? Very excited?
Maybe that much?
Look at that, we're standing right across from Mount St. Helens. You can climb up here, as you can see it says climbing permits required. The one of the front tires up in the air right now. He went peeling away in his truck doing burnouts up the road, and then, alright guys, I lost John. What is going on, guys? This is Aussie Van Man. As you can see, the Washington weather has moved in, so I'm happy on the last episode that we actually had that little hike up to Mount St. Helens. Now today, we're actually driving all the way back down to the Columbia, across, kind of on the outskirts of Portland, back up north. We're going to get a shower in, and then we're heading back to Mount St. Helens, but on the northwestern side, to to visit the viewpoints and possibly the museums and visitor centers on that side, where we'll actually get, if this weather does clear up, if this weather clears up, we should be able to get a decent view of the explosion crater where it all blew out one side of the mountain, and that is going to be really cool. But again, we're in full effect Washington weather today. The humidity is like 98%. Like, it's so wet, I'm getting wet just walking through the air right now. Alright guys, we're going to get coffee sorted, get packed up, and we're going to hit the road. Let's go.
Except he's gonna turn that on, so.
We made it to Longview. Time for a shower. Dude, look at the way my tires are wearing. That's crazy. Not good. Something's going on there. I don't know. Anyway, let's just get a shower. This town definitely smells like a seaside town. I don't know, it's a funky smell going on. Alright guys, we just had a shower. Oh my god. That was life-saving. Dear God, life-saving, life-changing. Maybe it was life-saving, I don't know. But we're just waiting for John to get out. He's just finishing getting dressed. And we need to do some shopping. Oh, there's a Safeway right here behind us. Fantastic. We're gonna go over to Safeway Then we got to get fuel, and then probably on our way from there to Mount St. Helens, I guess. Jeez, these front tires are wearing like crazy. I don't know what's going on there, but when I get a place where I can work on the van, I'm going to swap the fronts to the back and the back to the fronts. That'll give me a little bit more time to get back to Phoenix and probably destroy all 4 brand new tires that I have. I'll figure it out down in Phoenix. I won't be doing any long trips for a while though, so it'll give me time to pay off all the credit card debt I've racked up on this trip and hopefully get this new issue fixed with my front. I mean, it's not a new issue, it's just seems to be rapidly advanced now. The old issue has gotten much worse on the front end. Spent so much time and money trying to fix it and nothing has fixed it. I'm pretty sure A, it's something to do with the ball joints, and B, I think possibly something's going on with those bearings. I got new bearings in there, but they're squeaking like they were never packed with grease properly, which concerns me. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go to Safeway and get some shopping. Alright guys, we're on the right track now. We're at the very first visitor center for Mount St. Helens. There's a bunch of little touristy type ones. There's a learning center, there's a lookout, there's another visitor center for another point further up. But this is the one that says Mount St. Helens Visitor Center. So I don't know if this is the main one. I'm gonna assume so. So I want to go check this one out at least. And there's a bunch of different viewpoints we can stop at on the way up. So let's check out this one, guys. Pretty cool building. I guess there's an interpretive site as well. So just wait for John and then we'll head on in. Maybe we'll get a patch here. They have a gift shop. Anyway, excited? Is that supposed to be the mountain over there? Oh.
Excited?
Are you excited?
Not the way I would care.
How excited are you? Very excited?
Maybe that much?
Very excited? I'm excited. Alright. Oh, they got a gift store. Oh, yeah.
Well, it is happening, yeah.
Okay guys, I got some goodies. They have the passport stamps here, so I need to get it stamped. I need to get my passport book out of my van. Alright, let me go get that. Okay, I'm not actually sure if it's a state park or a national park. I'm trying to look. Mount St. Helens. Oh, it's actually a state park, but they do have stamps regardless, so I decided to stamp my national park book anyway, just because it's cool. Okay, so there's one of the viewpoints here, but it's way cloudy. You can't even see half the mountain. It's just buried in the clouds. So we'll see if we can see it better when we get closer. Yeah, there's a little like museum and information center in there. If you want to check that out, I think we're going to hit the road and head on out of here. Get closer to the mountain. There's a bunch more stops along the way. Viewpoints, other learning centers and things like that. Not sure what we're going to stop at. See what we got time for though. Alright guys, look at that. We're standing right across from Mount St. Helens. This is the side that blew out. You can see kind of to the left that's in the clouds is a massive round crater in there. Somewhere in there there's a new cinder cone that's creating, and it's been growing up inside the crater there. This is kind of on this side. The side that blew out is kind of down that way, so it kind of blew out down this way. You can see all the sediment that's come flying down the hillside, wiped everything out there. There is a lodge, a lake, everything like that down there, and all the sediment's blown out the side of the mountain and filled it all in. Pretty wild to see up close like this. But to this day, there's 26 people unaccounted for from this disaster. I didn't realize there's that many. 26 people were never found after this. Okay, so it looks like it is a national monument. That's so funny because we're down at that other visitor center. It said state park. So I guess down there's the state park. You come up here, I guess it's a national monument. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know if they have like an official visitor center up here, but there it is, guys. Man, you can smell all the wildflowers out here. It's crazy. So, cool thing is you can actually get a permit to climb Mount St. Helens all the way up to the rim. Pretty amazing. One day I want to do that. I want to climb Mount St. Helens. That would be so cool. Alright, so we can't go take the road all the way up to Junction Ridge. Apparently the road is closed. Looks like there's a hiking trail here though. Let's go take a look. Might lead to a viewpoint. But we're about as close as we can get to the blowout area without hiking out. As far as we can get on foot. So let's see. Where are we? We're somewhere. Yeah, why can't I see it? That's where you could get. That's the road's closed, so I think we're down here somewhere. There's Mount St. Helens has a new dome, the lava dome cap that's building in the middle. And here's a bunch of trails you can take around it. And you can climb up here. As you can see, it says climbing permits required. That would be cool to climb up there one day. Alright guys, that was pretty amazing. I couldn't walk up to the mountain. There are hiking trails out here that go to the sediment rivers below. Basically giant rivers full of the sediment from the ash fallout. Literally the ash made it this far, as you can see in the drone footage I took. Right outside this parking lot here, there's piles of ash that trees are growing out of now. So yeah, it's pretty insane because we're still kind of far away from Mount St. Helens. I think we're like another 10 miles away, so yeah. And the fact that it reached this far is insane to me, so. Alright, so that's what we got planned for today. Now we need to find a campsite somewhere. I need to find a campsite, and I need maybe, I don't know, I still haven't worked on my van yet, and I got some other stuff. We just need to find the right campsite. That's the problem. And without the right campsite, I'm not stopping and working on things. I need to desperately, as you can see, my tire's getting pretty bad. So that's the next order of things, find a campsite. Alright, we'll check back in shortly. We've been looking around for camping in the forests. Haven't been able to find anything. It's been pretty bad. Washington is proving to be a very hard state to find anything. It's not paid camping. And the prices for paid camping, we found a couple of good ones, but out in this area, it's crazy. Anyway, I think I might have found something somewhere. I might be able to boondock tonight. We'll see. It's supposed to be only 12 minutes from here. So I'm going to take a bit of time to decompress. Oh, so, wow, this sand is soft down here. Surprised somebody took their vehicle down here. You can see the tread marks, but this is really soft sand. Look how beautiful the river is, though. There's an old boat ramp here. That's cool. Oh, I don't know if I'd drive over that. So that's the bridge we drove over to get to this. This is part of a state park here. And the grass lot that's up the top would be perfect for camping, but it clearly states on the sign, no camping, no overnight parking. So, oh my God, it's so nice and cool down here. Look at the water. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I bet I could catch some fish in here. Oh my God, it looks so beautiful down there. It's like a little waterfall over the rocks. I wouldn't call it a waterfall. I don't know what to call it. White water rapids, maybe. I don't know what that is. It looks like a dumpster somebody's lowered down on a pallet on the side of the bridge. That's weird. Oh my God. Oh, somebody's got a house up there. Oh my God, that's crazy. Could you imagine having a house right by this river? That's so awesome. It's just beautiful. Water actually gets kind of deep down there. Here comes John scrounging around. Too bad I can't stay here tonight. I'd love to just chill by this river all day. It's amazing. But where the river goes down to a bigger river, I think there might be somewhere we can boondock possibly. We'll see. I don't know much about it, but it looks like might be able to sneak on down there. We'll see. Jonathan,
What's up?
what are you doing?
Getting some macro shots.
It's nice water, huh?
Yeah.
Alright guys, I lost John, but
I got flipped back around, but I don't even know where to turn at.
I sent you a pin on the phone. So we just pulled over here. Well, I did. John's lost it. But check this river out back here. This is pretty cool. Beautiful river. Some dudes fishing on the bank down there. But a little warm in the sun here, but nice place down here. Okay, so we've got the one of the front tires up in the air right now, and probably be better if I had both of them up in the air right now, but we have the bad one, the really bad one in the air right now. And John's gonna move it back and forth. As you can see, my tie rods are moving, and I think the play is right here in that knuckle. And now I've had my tie rod ends replaced in the past because that's what they said was wrong with it, but I think it's this piece right here that's sagged out. I think that's my problem there. I could be wrong, it could be something else, but the idea, from what I've heard from mechanics, is if the wheel moves up and down that way, it's the ball joints. If it moves front and back that way, it's the tie rods. Now I've had the ends done. I don't see any movement on the ends, but in the middle joint I am seeing movement. So I think that's what's shot, and I think that's what's throwing my tire side or front to back, which is wiggling it this way. And as you can see, I got this terrible cupping. It's just absolutely tearing my wheel up. I can't really do it one-handed. There's not much movement, but it's definitely enough to do something.
Yeah, enough to make things.
Also, I don't know what's going on, but the screeching, I don't know if that's because of the movement. It's putting bad pressure on my brakes or putting bad pressure on my bearings, but that's causing me some worry as well, because I'm hearing grinding, I'm feeling grinding. The wheel's pulling out, I think, from the pressure, and that middle socket going bad, I feel like it's pulling out, which is creating that negative wear, also making my brakes or bearings, I don't know which, squeal. Anyway, I'm gonna throw the rear tires under the front, and that should hopefully get me back to Phoenix at least. Okay guys, so we swapped the rear one with the front one on the driver's side, and instead of doing this side, this one hasn't worn nearly as bad as the driver's side, so I think we'll leave those, because if I really tear up my driver's side again, I can use the rear on the passenger side to hop over there just to get me back to Phoenix. I don't have money or the time to get this fixed right now, so I'm gonna have to just limp it around until I get back to Phoenix. And I haven't even looked at my credit card. I don't even want to see my credit card right now. It's already hurting from the water pump fix, all the gas and food I've been putting on this trip. I'm dead to rights broke. Luckily I have a second credit card, but I don't need any more debt, guys. But when I get back to Phoenix, I'm gonna have to check in with the old mechanics, and they're gonna have to fix my stuff. I can't believe, like, the first thing I ever did on my front end was the tie rod ends. If all this time they've done the tie rod ends, didn't check the middle parts of the tie rod, and I've still been having this problem all these years, I'm gonna be a little on the unhappy side about that. Alright guys, so we're cooking hot dogs. John's heating up the chili he's got. I'm air frying the hot dog franks. We just had a couple of crackheads pull into the parking lot here because there's a bathroom here. They got into a huge argument, and then he went peeling away in his truck doing burnouts up the road, and then a bunch of trash and stuff flew out the back of his trailer. So we got our own
Homemade chili.
and
And
the hot dogs exploded a little bit.
I see that. A little bit?
Yeah, they can taste better when they're crispy, you know?
Yeah, I think these are fine.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, what I was thinking is I gloved the buns so that we wouldn't get those dirty, but everything else can pretty much just be poured.
Mm-hmm. All right, hot dogs a la carte. We're doing chili dogs.
Boom, 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 boom. You'll have to spread your own buns.
Yes, sir. All right, so if you didn't see that, the crackheads come back into camp there, started hollering and carrying on like fools again. picked up some of the things they lost out of the back, and then got angry and did a big burnout again as they left. But anyway, enough of that. We got hot dogs here. Chili dogs. John made this chili, so. Pretty good, I gotta say. Oh, I needed that. So hungry. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish dinner, and we'll see. I don't know where I'm gonna stay tonight. I don't know if we're really gonna stay here tonight. It's a little bit rough down here, I ain't gonna lie.
You go, sir.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Oh my God.
We may not stop here for the night. We're not too sure. It's a little bit sus with all the weird things going on. But there's from 20 minutes from here, there's a rest stop we may end up going to, but I've been watching the UFC. Just put it on. I missed majority of the fights, but I wouldn't mind seeing the main event, which should be coming up soon. We're gonna go for a walk down to the water, we think, if we can find a way down to the water. But yeah, it's getting into the evening now. 7:30. Wow, I didn't realize it's 7:30 already. That's crazy. So we may have to get going soon. All right, let's go check the river out though. Still looking at the music. Water looks nice. But there's some fish in there.
The water's really still considering how windy it is.
Very nice and glossy for the most part. Ooh, that wind's picking up.
Yeah, it's cold too. Ooh, it's blowing right up my shorts.
Yeah. Oh, somebody got a fish by the looks of it. Ah. Boat. There goes the boat. Alright guys, we decided better do it now than later, so we packed up and we're heading off to the rest stop. It's about 15 minutes away from here. It's going to be noisy because it's near the highway, but at least we won't get kicked out in the night, so let's do it. Alright guys, here we go. We're at the rest stop. Beautiful trees. It's actually pretty nice. Bit of road noise, but that's alright. I'm used to that. Sun is setting on the trees here. John's going to break open some of the vending machines, probably. Or not. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. This is where we'll be staying tonight. Oh, I'll drown the noise out with the TV. Now I did hear that noise, the grinding noise and the whining noise of my tire likely getting ground out. But it's okay, because at least I know, or at least I think I know what's causing the problem now. And it's something I can fix once I get back to Phoenix. Let's just hope it holds out until then. Alright guys, it's late, it's 10 o'clock. We're at the rest stop. I'm finally collapsing into bed. Gonna watch a little bit of TV. And then tomorrow we might be visiting some friends, which will be on the next episode. Somebody's cooking. I got the fan on my roof, so it's pulling in a food smell. Somebody's cooking out there at the rest stop. Or somebody's got food at least. Alright guys, so on that note, we're gonna end it there. Man, it's been a wild day, a wild couple of days. Not everything, well, we've been running into a lot of problems this trip. I'm actually surprised how many problems. Nothing, we've been running into kinks in the road almost every single day here. Nothing's really going right, but you know, that's how things go in van life sometimes, especially travel. You can have trips like this that pretty much nothing goes right, and you gotta find a way to succeed and overcome those things. And I think we've been doing pretty good. So, you know, my van problems, money problems, so, you know, figure all that out when I get back. Camping, I'm finding camping is really hard in Washington. Like where we've been, it's a lot of paid camping or no real boondocking anywhere. These rest stops, Aaron from Sarah and Aaron, that RV over there, told me, because they're from Washington, they said the rest stops are pretty good for overnight boondocking, and not many other places are, so that's why we came here. I think it'll do for the night. It's actually quietening down a little bit now, so that's kind of good. But yeah, I found it pretty challenging finding free camping anywhere. Dispersed camping, it just seems so hard to find in Washington. I don't know, it's so easy to find it in Arizona, but Oregon and Washington have been tough, I gotta say. I don't like doing a lot of paid camping. I prefer to do free camping, so it's really been challenging. We are going to be doing some paid camping though coming up in a few days, but tomorrow we're going to see our friends. Stay tuned for who we go see tomorrow, and until next time, this is Aussie Van Man. Hope you're all out there adventuring or coming along with my adventures, and we shall see you later. What's going on here?